Bernard was what, 43, 44, 45 when he won his third world title. So I mean, listen, miracles can happen. He's focused. He looks fit.
I can't bounce back from a knockout period. He got knocked out early in his career twice and came back and did all this.
Leaked sparring footage from Manny Pacquiao's 2025 training camp has surfaced online, capturing the boxing legend preparing for his upcoming fight against Mario Barrios. At 46 years old, Pacquiao looks sharp and determined in the ring, showing flashes of his trademark speed and footwork as he trains intensely for his comeback. Boxing legend Manny Pacquiao is back and looking sharp. Iconic announcer Michael Buffer called it epic and said it's not unusual for legends to return. He added that miracles can happen and wished Manny well and praised his focus and form in training. Pacquiao's comeback has fans and experts buzzing.
Manny's one of your favorites all time. He's coming back now. He was off for 4 years. I've been watching him train every day. He looks like he hasn't missed a beat. He's sharp as could be.
Listen, I wish him well. Big George, God rest his soul, was 45 when he won the heavyweight title. Bernard was what, 43, 44, 45 when he won his third world title. So I mean, listen, miracles can happen. He's focused. He looks fit, and I wish him well. I love him. Wish him the best.
Mutual.
In the world of elite athletes, very few names command the respect that Manny Pacquiao does. Justin Fortune, a longtime member of Pacquiao's inner circle, has seen firsthand what separates him from the rest. Drawing a parallel to basketball legend Michael Jordan isn't just an empty compliment. It reflects the idea of sustained brilliance and mental fortitude that only a handful possess. Fortune made it clear that Pacquiao's continued ability to perform isn't by accident. It's the result of relentless training and a refusal to give in to time. His mentality is one of constant preparation and drive, the same qualities that kept Jordan competitive deep into his career.
Okay, how's it going?
All right, good. Everything's good.
All right, so
Good, man.
for a long time we talked about Manny Pacquiao coming back, Justin. For a long time we talked about him fighting. Now it's real, it's happening. Him and Mario Barrios, break it down.
Yeah, Barrios is champion, so it's a good fight.
WBC champ.
Don't count Pacquiao. Everyone's counting Pacquiao out because of his age. It's like a bunch of haters, man. He still has tons of power, tons of speed, and a shitload of experience.
If Manny wins, would it shock you or no?
No.
But it would shock the whole world.
It would shock the world, but he wins at his age, yeah, I mean, but it's not, listen, he's 45, 46.
He live in jail.
45, 46, but he's not. He's always active. So he's always staying active. He's always doing something. Mostly playing basketball, some sort of sport, something cardio. So no, not really.
When Nate Diaz beat Conor McGregor, he said, "I'm not surprised." So Manny could say that after he beats Barrios, that he wasn't surprised that he's supposed to win.
DSP. I mean, different Diaz. I like Diaz.
He's funny.
He fucking will fight.
Yeah, fight anyone, anywhere,
He'll fight anybody.
So,
no, it's just it's a fight. No, it'd be for him to win that at 45, 46. Yeah, it's a big thing. But then he hasn't taken any damage. Foreman came back, won titles in his 40s and stuff. I know the heavyweights, it's a bit different, but
stayed in shape the 4 years he didn't fight.
When video clips of Pacquiao training surfaced unexpectedly, the internet exploded with reactions. At 46, most athletes have long hung up their gear, but Pacquiao is defying expectations. His quick movements, balanced footwork, and accurate punches made many question whether time had truly slowed him down at all. While some were skeptical about his return, the footage speaks louder than speculation. His longtime coach expressed complete confidence in his ability to beat Barrios, saying his form and conditioning are stronger than most fighters in their 20s.
Machine. He ran an hour. He did strength and conditioning with you, which is not easy.
He ran an hour. He didn't realize that this gets a bit harder. As we increase the rounds, he's going to pull back on the runs a little bit. Now he knows.
He did strength conditioning with you. He went all out. He worked hard, and now he's doing 1,600 sit-ups.
Yeah, well,
He's a machine.
yeah.
What kind of machine is he?
Huh?
What kind of machine?
Crazy machine. He will, but as we increase this, we'll pull the running back shorter, faster. But you know, he knows. So now he knows what the training's about. We increase the train, we increase the stations, change it up all the time, so it's continually shocking his system, and we get the good results.
It was a great workout this morning. He worked hard,
Yeah.
as he always does. And the whole team's here. You feel the energy, the vibe.
Yeah,
Good
a lot
energy.
more people than I thought, but you know,
This is light.
this guy here, I got trained with this guy.
This is light.
Been trying like weeks now. He's wanting, and he keeps bugging me out this fucking jacket. Give me a jumper. Give me a jumper. Come on, mate.
Yesterday at the gym, he was throwing flurries. 10,
Yeah.
12, 15 punches in a combo. That's
Yeah.
look
Well,
incredible.
Listen, I know mitts and bags don't punch back, but he looks the same as he did.
I've been saying that. I've been saying that. He hasn't missed a beat.
No, he hasn't missed a beat.
Seeing a former champion move with such precision and energy after years away from high-level competition is almost unheard of. Pacquiao's hand speed remains lightning fast, and his movement across the canvas suggests he hasn't lost his edge.
Don't shadow boxing like that.
Yeah, it's lazy, right? Just kind of.
When you do like shadow boxing like that, what is that for? Because you can apply that in a habit. You
Right.
become a habit. When you
Right.
shadow boxing like
The speed is still there. Woo!
Boxing insiders Chris Mannix and Sergio Mora were quick to react to Pacquiao's return with pointed analysis. Mora specifically emphasized the rare durability of footwork among disciplined fighters. Unlike speed in the hands, which often fades quickly, foot speed and ring awareness tend to stick with fighters who never stopped moving. In Pacquiao's case, his rhythm and ring IQ haven't eroded. Mannix noted that this isn't a casual training video meant to stir nostalgia. It's a window into a serious fight camp. What makes Pacquiao's effort stand out is how structured and intense it appears.
Left, ready to go again, working with Freddie Roach. I feel like I'm back in 2010, the Wayback Machine. Pacquiao looked pretty good in some of the videos that I saw, like he wasn't in horrible shape, but he is 46 years old, going up against a guy that is more than a decade younger than him in Mario Barrios. Bob Arum, in the same interview, he said that he was worried about Manny Pacquiao. This is a guy that promoted Pacquiao for most of his professional career, not promoting this fight against Barrios, but he said he is concerned for Pacquiao going into this fight. Do you have concerns about Pacquiao going in?
No, I don't have concerns. And look, I can post a video and look good for 10 seconds right now. Just like when Mike Tyson looked like a killer when he was promoting the Jake Paul fight. You writers and you guys with the non-boxing, I need to get those videos out of your head, because they're just clips. Anyone could look good for that long. I can train you to look good for 10 seconds. It'll be pretty hard, but I can train you to look good for 10 seconds on video. So don't worry about that. I look, Bob Arum knows what he's talking about, because it's the legs that's going to get to Pacquiao, not the power, not the explosive speed in front of a heavy bag. But whenever you're in front of an opponent and he's going to be moving around, it's the legs that are going to fail you. They're going to betray you. The power's not going to betray you. That lasts until the very end. His punch resistance, that's not going to betray him, because that never goes. Speed, and it's because you rely on your legs. That's the thing that goes at age. So at 46 years old, Manny Pacquiao is not going to have zero legs, man style, but I don't think he's going to be at danger to risk his health or anything like that, especially against a Mario Barrios, because Pacquiao knows how to fight. Whenever you know how to fight, you know how to survive. You know how to slow things down. You know how to not take risks. Pacquiao only got knocked out 3 times in 72 fights. 2 of those were in the 90s, before you and I even knew him. And 1 time against Marquez, it was a 1-punch knockout. Those really don't take away from your career and your longevity. It was 1-punch knockouts. It's the beatdowns over a long period of time, for 10, 12, 11, 11 rounds. Those are the ones that catch up to you. Those are the ones that actually slow you down and are detrimental to your health. 1-punch knockouts, you can get past those. Early knockouts that are way back in the rearview mirror, you can forget those. Pacquiao's going to be just fine against Mario Barrios.
Joe Rogan's reaction to the sparring footage was a mix of awe and disbelief. A longtime follower of combat sports, Rogan has seen countless comebacks, but few with the form and sharpness that Pacquiao has displayed. He pointed to Pacquiao's prior triumph over Keith Thurman, when he was already 40, as a benchmark, arguing that this isn't a fighter trying to relive the past. It's someone who's constantly challenged the limits of age and won.
Yeah.
You know, and it's,
Seeing him beat Keith Thurman at 40 years old, like, God damn, this guy's great. I mean, just look at his career with 8 different weight classes, world titles in. 8 different weight classes. 40 years old, beats Keith Thurman, who's in his prime.
Right.
Crazy. I mean, what a man. I mean, what a world champion.
Well,
And
he sure turned back the hands of time on that one.
crazy.
Didn't he?
And he fought in spurts. Both of them fought in spurts. And I thought Keith was going to pick up on it, but Pacquiao was only fighting the end of the round.
Roy Jones Jr., a legend in his own right, knows what it takes to prepare for world-class fights. That's why his praise for Pacquiao carries extra weight. Jones emphasized how rare it is to see someone at this stage of their career engage in serious training with genuine intent. He noted that most fighters returning at this age are doing so for ceremonial reasons or soft matchups. But what he sees in Pacquiao is different. It's not just about stepping back into the spotlight, it's about being ready to dominate. Jones admired how Pacquiao's discipline has allowed him to maintain his physical form and fight IQ, stressing that most boxers lose that edge long before they reach Pacquiao's age.
Feel about Manny Pacquiao.
No, I
as a
love
fighter
Manny and I'm
overall.
glad Manny going in too. I'm not saying that Manny's not capable. Manny's one of the dudes that I think definitely deserves to be in. Manny always has been and always will be one of my favorites because of the way he fights. I mean, a guy to come back after being knocked out in 2 of his first 3 fights, then come back and do all the things that Manny did. That story is also just as awesome as Vinny Pazienza's story. You feel me? I mean, come on. Most guys can't bounce back from a knockout period. He got knocked out early in his career twice and came back and did all this.
Well, you know what? Being that we're talking about these old fights, Roy, you think you can rate your favorite 5 fights of your career of all time?
Of my career?
Yeah.
Yes.
It would probably be James Toney, John Ruiz, Montel Griffin 2, Richard Hall, and probably Jeff Lacey.
There's a growing belief that Pacquiao's chances against Barrios are far better than most would expect from someone returning at 46. His resume alone commands respect, having claimed titles in 8 separate divisions and defeated a long list of world-class opponents. Barrios may be younger, but he lacks the experience and unpredictability that Pacquiao brings. If Manny secures a win, it won't be just another notch on his belt. It will stand as a defining chapter in a legendary career. Many analysts suggest that a victory here could force a re-evaluation of what aging fighters can still achieve in modern boxing. The outcome could change narratives not only around Pacquiao, but around veteran fighters across the sport.
On Manny Pacquiao to do some any fighter to do incredible stuff, I will bet that Manny Pacquiao will be the guy, and that's why he's one of the GOATs of the sport of boxing, or probably the GOAT, arguably. All right. Manny Pacquiao could beat Mario Barrios. Now, Mario Barrios is good. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to, devalue Mario Barrios, but Manny Pacquiao is just a special fighter, special human being, a freak of nature. All right? I do, and like I said in the beginning, if these guys could do it, I believe that Manny Pacquiao could do it. He lives a wholesome life. He lives a sober life. He doesn't party around and stuff like that unless he's with the wife. You know, he's a family man. He's a God-fearing man. And look, just like George Foreman was a God-fearing man who was living a clean life and stuff like that. I believe that Manny Pacquiao, with the power of Jesus Christ, you know what I'm saying? With the power of Christ, I believe that Manny Pacquiao could do it all if he puts his mind to it. He works hard. He's focused on it. I think that Manny Pacquiao is that. And also, I believe why Manny Pacquiao could beat Mario Barrios this fall. Of course, that's the report that they're saying. That Manny Pacquiao is going to be back in the fall. ESPN broke the news. Mike Coppinger and Sean Gibbons already has reported to ESPN as well. And Manny Pacquiao has spoken as well. I think that Manny Pacquiao never got demoralized again. He never got demoralized when versus Ugas. And I just think that now he could focus just in boxing. because in the last several fights that Manny Pacquiao did have, he was 1 foot in and 1 foot out, because of course he was running for senator. He was in the he was in the Senate seat. He was playing government. You know what I'm saying? And he had a lot of just as much he had a responsibility to prepare for a boxing match. He had a lot of responsibility for his country. So of course there was a lot. He had a lot in his on his hands on the table. But now, for the first time in a long time, Manny Pacquiao just focus on boxing. And if Manny Pacquiao is going to focus on boxing, if a dangerous man like Manny Pacquiao is going to focus on boxing, woo! Manny Pacquiao is going to go on the tear. He's going to go on the tear. And I don't think that Mario Barrios got the power to keep off Manny Pacquiao.
What separates Pacquiao's camp from past comebacks by older fighters is how technical and physically demanding it appears. The drills are not theatrical, they are combat-focused and designed to simulate real fight scenarios. Pacquiao's team is sharpening his reactions, improving his punch timing, and reinforcing stamina to prepare for deep rounds. Training clips reveal rapid bag work, mitt drills that demand precision, and endurance circuits that challenge even young contenders. Everything about his routine points to a deliberate and highly professional buildup. While many retired athletes relax and lose their competitive edge, Pacquiao has remained unusually active. Whether playing competitive basketball or keeping up with cardio workouts, he never allowed himself to fall out of shape.
Day one. Marvin. Good. Good.
Manny Pacquiao isn't stepping into the ring just to relive old glories. This fight carries deeper meaning. He knows the eyes of the world are on him, waiting to see if he still has what it takes. It's a test of pride, legacy, and purpose. A win here wouldn't just prove that he's still physically capable. It would make a powerful statement about defying limits and challenging assumptions. Every step of his training reflects that motivation.
The WBC president Mauricio Suleiman has said Mario Barrios will face Manny Pacquiao this July. That's some crazy shit, bro. That's some crazy news. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years of age. He's making his return to the ring. And he said he wants to go out with a bang. He wants to finish his career as a champion. That's some crazy shit. Manny Pacquiao's professional record currently stands at 62 wins, 39 of those coming via knockout, 8 losses and 2 draws. Manny Pacquiao has one of the most impressive CVs in the sport of boxing. Just take a look at from 09 Ricky Hatton all the way up until here. There's so many names: Timothy Bradley, Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, Joshua Cloteley, Miguel Cotto, Floyd Mayweather, Jesse Vargas. Like, there's so many names on this list. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at Mario Barrios' record. 29 wins, 18 of those coming via knockout, 2 losses and 1 draw on his resume. What do I make of this fight? I don't know, you know. I mean, listen, this is a young man's sport. I ask myself, Manny Pacquiao, why do you want to come back and fight a younger fighter? You know what I mean? Mario Barrios, who is the current champion, who's the WBC champion. Why? What have you got to prove? You've proven everything throughout your career. So I don't know what to say, but anyways, let me know in the comment section what you guys think, and watch a clip of the president of WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, talk about this.
As of now, Mario Barrios is the WBC champion, so who is he mandated to fight next? Do you have made that decision yet?
Well, at this time, Mario Barrios is going to fight Manny Pacquiao in July. He wants to retire as WBC champion, so he's fighting in the welterweight division.
Why does he come out of retirement and get a WBC title shot in his first fight?
because it's something that WBC has respected. Sugar Ray Leonard was retired 4 years when he requested to fight Marvin Hagler and defeated Hagler. So we do have that provision in the rules. A legendary champion with the credentials such as Manny Pacquiao. He has been medically cleared, licensed by Nevada, so we have voted in favor to allow that fight to happen.
Robert Garcia's view brings a grounded realism to the excitement. While he respects Pacquiao's achievements and preparation, he also reminds fans that age has a way of catching up with even the best. Boxing is unforgiving, especially when facing younger, fresher opponents. Garcia acknowledged that Pacquiao's name deserves to be spoken among the all-time greats, but warned that legacy alone doesn't win fights. The key question is whether his body can still handle the punishment and pace of a high-level bout. Still, even with these concerns, Garcia left room for possibility, stating that if anyone could break the rules of aging in this sport, it might be Manny.
Retirement. Well, Pacquiao's a big name, and obviously Barrios a great fight for Barrios because he's a champion, and I think Pacquiao, being that they both have connections with PBC, that's the easiest fight to make. So, getting another title opportunity, I just the name obviously, but I really believe that Pacquiao shouldn't be fighting. I think it's actually going to be a little. I don't want to say sad because he's going to make a lot of money, so we can't feel sorry for him. But at 46, almost 47, it's almost impossible for I'm just 4 years older, 3-4 years older than him, and it's not easy to try to think you're gonna get in shape and be able to perform like the way you were when you were in your 20s and 30s.
You think it's impossible for him to beat Mario Barrios right now?
Well, it's not impossible because he has power. That he should have that power.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.